And a look behind the curtain here. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Fox is out there with Chris Paul. And it's Biyombo at the 5 spot. And for the Rockets, at the guard positions, Van Fleet and Green. Tari Eason is out there with Alperen Şengün. And it's Brooks in at the 3. Biyombo finds Paul. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, they got into a terrific flow offensively, but a lot of that was because the defense they were facing was mediocre.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
Over in the corner, Barnes. Vassell outside. Bucket is good.
The defender did everything he could, but Vassell has the agility to get it to fall despite the foul.
Greg, you know this. Getting that second contract is a major goal for young players in the NBA, like Devin Vassell.
And Devin did, signing a huge 5-year extension in 23. He ended up having his finest year after inking that deal. Vassell has a very bright future.
Well, a nice start for them. 3 for 3 in the early going, getting into a rhythm.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. 6-point game. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
Yeah, it was an all-around excellent performance, and one I'm sure they'd like to replicate tonight.
And his feel for the game, just solid. And Van Vliet able to make moves like that look natural.
Barnes kicks to Vassell. Here's Paul. It's deflected. Eason passes to Brooks. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Devin Vassell.
And one of these modern wings who doesn't just shoot threes. Brooks is a tough guy to cover.
He's perfect from the line this time. And the Spurs winning the 2023 lottery stand, adding the terrific Victor Wembanyama. A franchise changer, it appears.
Yeah, Kevin, the hardest thing, and you need a lot of luck to do it, is to get that guy. The guy you can build everything around. There aren't enough of them to go around. Victor Wembanyama is a guy you can build a championship franchise around. Multi-skilled at his size. This guy's going to be a fixture in this league for a long time.
Here's Green after the basket by San Antonio. Van Vliet kicks to Brooks. Another miss by Houston. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Fox finds Biyombo. Back to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Boy, Fox is so quick off the floor.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Out to Brooks. Back to Van Vliet. There's the triple. The Rockets again can't hit. San Antonio leading by 8. And now the latest from our reporter, David Alden.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. Now, I asked him the approach they're going to take with De'Aaron Fox, and Coach said that Fox's speed is the big challenge. He said, we're dealing with maybe the fastest player in the league, so we've got to be high energy at the defensive end. They know they have their work cut out for them. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And that one's good, Barnes.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And what a tool for Van Vliet to have. We know he is great driving it, so when he's using the pull-up, it's really effective.
Here's Vassell, and there's the drive.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap
here. Green against Fox. Fires it up. And it's Biyombo with the rebound.
Well, the defense just gave him that shot, and he wasn't able to convert. Very disappointing.
Fox against Van Vliet. Here's Green. That one a little long.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Now here's Paul. 5 points in the game. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in. Then for the Spurs, Charles Massey. He's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. And Castle is subbed in for Paul. Barnes with it. Now defended by Şengün. And Fox gets it to go.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Stan, what are you keeping your eye on here as we go down the stretch of the season?
Well, I like the battle for playoff positioning and seeding. I think home court is really, really important, especially, Kevin, and you've done a lot of them. When you get to Game 7 in a series, you want that on your home floor.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
Obviously, guys, brilliant coaching, a perfect game plan.
Here's Eason. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Phoenix. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. The lead is 15. And Fox gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Şengün. Good on the triple.
Work in progress for the big man. When Şengün is hitting from the outside, this offense becomes dangerous.
Count it.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Houston's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Green finds Smith. Back to Green. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time.
Oh, not even thinking about it. When Green is catching and firing like that, you know he's feeling it.
Now, here's Fox. 32 points for him last game against Dallas.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
And the rejection by Smith. Over in the corner, Green. And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Şengün.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
No good that time. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back from outside. And it's Vassell in the corner. Here's Sohan. And no good. Smith with some nice D. Here's Green. Knocks down the 10-footer. Green's got his second bucket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead.
The Spurs, 27.
And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for San Antonio.
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end.
Running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Greg Popovich is guiding a young Spurs team that's hoping to return this franchise to the dominance that saw 5 titles since 1999. Pop said the standards haven't changed. Be very direct, demand, be fair, and love them. They got to know you care about them. So it's all the same formula from 25 years ago to today. Kevin?
It's an interesting story, David. Thank you. And, of course, as a Hall of Famer, you bringing that to us? Perfect. Offensive rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
The Rockets making a switch here. Adams checked in. Spurs also with the sub. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Fox. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. He takes it in. The layup missed.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Van Vliet.
Nice jump shot, Van Vliet. He can stretch the floor for you or hit there from the mid-range.
And there's the foul. It's on Jalen Green. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Sohan. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Such a unique player. Jeremy Sohan can score anywhere on the floor. Does great things for his team.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix.
Yeah, and you can't overlook the 4 steals he added. Those were some major momentum swings.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Snatched up. Here's Adams. Oh, that's blocked. And they get it back. Brooks, that's a 2-pointer.
High-effort defensive play by Sohan. He can be very effective on that end of the floor. It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
Such an interesting player, isn't he, Coach? Jeremy Sohan. He played a lot of point guard during his 2nd season.
Yeah, Kevin, the Spurs experimented with Sohan at the 1. It was a bit unconventional. They went away from it later in the year. But that experience as a point guard will continue to help his playmaking ability as his career progresses.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
That's a 2 from Smith. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Smith's got his 2nd basket of the game. Spurs leading by 14. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That is his 1st foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Rockets. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Barnes is checked in. And the basket by Castle.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
now. Here's Green. 29 points for him last game against Phoenix.
Yeah, and I thought he was locked in defensively. I think he had like 3 steals on the night.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Green dishes to Smith. Green breaking loose. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
And it's Aaron Holiday with the foul.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul. Tari Eason's checked in for Dylan Brooks.
Rockets. Eason.
Barnes down low. Working on Smith. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Green finds Smith. Launches it. Second chance shot. And there's the nice layup by Adams. Adams has got his first points in this one.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Free throw good, Paul. Well, Stan, when the Spurs landed the first overall pick in the draft, their fortunes changed back on May 16th, 2023.
Look, Kevin, the hardest thing for any franchise is to find the guy that you can build everything around. When they got Wembanyama, that dream came true for San Antonio, and they've got the guy they can build this franchise around for years to come.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks, Kevin? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defender.
Paul kicks to Barnes. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. There's Green with the 3, and again it's the Rockets from deep.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
From deep, Green. A rebound by the Spurs.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Now here is Holiday. Scoreless thus far. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. The Spurs making a switch here. Vassell's checked in.
In the lineup for the Spurs, Devin Vassell.
Green against Fox. Green, the pass to Tate. 5 to shoot. Another shot. And there's the bucket as Green finishes it off. Green's got 5 points in the quarter.
Yeah, Green's motor helped him there, outworking the defense to get the ball back and finish.
Paul for 3. It's rebounded by Şengün. Tate the pass to Easton. Misses in close.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Chris Paul has been the story in this one. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and
there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Up in the front court, it'll be Vassell and Barnes. Paul out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Biombo at the 5, down low.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Barnes kicks to Paul. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's Fox. And it's blocked by Şengün.
Using that length, Şengün timing the block.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Vassell. And nothing is falling for him right now. Here's Eason. Misses the 3.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
And for De'Aaron Fox, his three-point shooting, Greg, has come a long way.
In his rookie season, he only shot 30% on 2 attempts per game. But his volume and efficiency have both gone way up, and it's made him much more dangerous offensively.
6 to shoot. Here's Brooks. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Biombo, the pass to Paul. Biombo kicks to Fox. Here's Brooks. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. De'Aaron Fox stays in attack mode. He says people don't want to guard somebody that's going to attack them on every possession. You can't get that break. You can't take any plays off. His speed, Kevin, that is a lot to deal with all game long.
A ton, David, to deal with. No question. EA, thanks. Şengün trying to free himself up. Eason's shot is good. Eason's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Rockets. And that one is hammered home.
What a throwdown by Vassell. This is why he looks to get to the basket.
Shots good by Green.
They're going to have a nice little run here.
San Antonio leading by 9. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Eason. Here's Şengün. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. There has been, Coach, a lot of talk about how players today are better than ever before. Do you agree with that?
Well, absolutely. Isn't that the way evolution works?
Right.
Kevin, they're bigger, stronger, faster. But everyone builds on the players who came before them. And the guys today would not be where they are without the guys before who laid the foundation.
And the shot goes in. Van Vliet's got 7 points here in this quarter.
It's been all Van Vliet tonight. One of the best undrafted players in league history.
The pass to Fox. Vassell outside. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. Pass to Eason. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Eason. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. You look at the Rockets. They've had a great season and will look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, there's the Spurs. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
And we had a feeling this is how their season was going to go. But that doesn't mean it has to continue. The pressure is on for this franchise to turn things around.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
To the left wing, and stolen by Barnes. Bassey, the pass to Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Van Vliet kicks to Smith. Goes up on the wing. Here's Şengün. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Şengün's got 4 this quarter.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Pass to Bassey. Good, and it's Fox who picks up the assist. And the Spurs lead by 11.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
And it's Green missing. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Spurs. They led the game at 1 point by 20.
A relentless defender, Smith, proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
Here's Castle. Hits it from 3-point range. Castle's got 14 points for the game.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Van Vliet wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Castle. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And that one's good, Bassey.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
It's stolen by Green. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Fox with the steal. Here's Barnes. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. He's got 10.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Pass to Castle. Finished off the break.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Now here's Van Vliet. He's got 15. One-on-one fast break. And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 9 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. The Rockets with another miss.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to...
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible. Good decision there by Vassell in the 2-man game.
Şengün with the bucket. Here's Castle. Fox from outside, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's San Antonio with a 19-point advantage heading into the
Spurs 70.
And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Everybody got to rotate.
And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Spurs leading by 19 points. Green is out there with Tari Eason. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. Then there's Whitmore, and it's Brooks, and it's small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
Nice work inside from the smaller Fox. So cunning and crafty around the rim.
Van Vliet passes to Eason. That 3 off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Fox from outside. It's rebounded by Houston. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. Here's Van Vliet. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Really trying to work the ball inside here and starting to get results. A lot of that offense coming in the paint here in the second half.
At the line for 1, Fred.
Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
He had a nice open look right there. Green's got his first bucket of the night.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Here's Castle. Right wing. Passes it to Sohan. Goes back up. Pass to Castle. The three. Good for the basket. Number 9. He's only missed 2 shots from the floor all night.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
To the left side wing. Now Whitmore. A rebound by the Spurs. Sohan's got 4 rebounds in this game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Well, Sohan is one of those guys that always looks for the next pass.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And the shot goes down. Green's got 4 points in the quarter.
Such an athletic move from him to finish in traffic.
It's stolen by Eason. Stolen. Stolen by Van Vliet. Banked in off the glass. Van Vliet's got 20 points.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Here's Castle. And it's good. Looking quite sharp with 10 of 12 shooting tonight.
Well, he's been dialed in. Very efficient here in the second half.
Over to the left wing. Here's Whitmore. Cans it from downtown. Whitmore's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Fox, the bounce pass. Stolen by Van Vliet. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Over Castle, and it's Houston with another.
And Whitmore a beast inside because of his power and ability to elevate.
Here's the drive.
How about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Here's Brooks. Yes, that goes in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Fox goes in. And the pass to Champagny. Lets it go. Offensive rebound. Pass to Sohan. Launches a 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Houston making some changes. Şengün's checked in for Green. And it's Green in for Whitmore. Biombo is checked in for San Antonio. Paul comes in for Castle. The tray. Shot by Champagny, no good. It's trailed by 19. And it's Brooks. That time on the assist from Van Vliet. Brooks has got 4 this quarter.
And you have to like how active Brooks is on the floor. Working hard to be where his team needs him on that bridge.
And stolen by Eason. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
Well, I mean, you really feel for him. I mean, and the entire team. You got to hope for the best.
Yeah, this can bring a team together. Guys can step up and try to pick up the slack for an injured team.
San Antonio making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Stan, the NBA awards impact so much on these players and what they think they can acquire and achieve. How do you feel about the structure of award voting?
Well, right now, Kevin, there's about 100 panelists that each get a vote, and that seems like as good approach as any. Certainly, I need to be on that panel, and you know, I mean, I think we'd probably get more worthy award winners if they would just let me pick them myself.
But you know, they make your picks public, and a lot of times voters are uncomfortable with that.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me. I'm used to people disagreeing with me anyway. I have a family.
Chris Paul.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Van Vliet finds Green. Tries again, and the layup is good.
And almost any time he wants, Green can put the ball on the floor and make a play.
Here's Castle. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Spurs.
Starting five must have been happy to get so much help from the reserves in this game.
And they not only lightened the load, the subs did nothing less than guarantee a win.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. Green, no luck. Spurs leading by 19. Paul kicks to Vassell. And stolen by Şengün. Here's Van Vliet. Brooks the pass to Van Vliet. A second chance effort. Rebounded by Castle. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the San Antonio Spurs. And it's a great finish! Oh, my.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Jacks up a three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
3 points.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
Yeah, and winning games on the road is huge, especially when you get them in such a convincing fashion.
Count that one from Van Vliet.
And the stroke of Van Vliet is so nice, proving once again why he's so valuable to this team.
And the foul on Torrey Eason. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Houston foul. Jeff Green. First personal foul. 4th team foul.
He misses the free throw.
Line for the Spurs. Chris Paul. 2 shots.
And he ends up missing both free throws. And here's Holiday. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, De'Aaron. It was a great start tonight. How did you get that big lead in the first half?
We were just able to get stops. I mean, offensively, we got shots that we wanted to get, and we were able to knock them down. Coming to the game, we knew that we had to keep them out of transition. I think we did a good job of it in the first quarter. I think that's how we jumped out into that lead in the first half.
You were able to ride that wave all the way to the win, man. Congrats again. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.